Hello, everybody. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, someone had bought me a toy, and it was one of these toys where you put the plastic helicopter down on the handle and you pull the string, and it's supposed to shoot the helicopter off spinning. It would go up in the air. So I played with this thing a little bit, and somehow or another I damaged one of the propellers, but I didn't know it, or something had happened, it had cracked. Well, I pulled that thing, and that plastic propeller come off and went through my eyelid right here and into my eye. Well, they rushed me to the doctor, then they rushed me to the emergency room, and I had to go see an eye specialist. Well, that eye specialist told my mom and daddy that I would never see again out of that eye. All I could see was just a little bit of light, but nothing, nothing that you can make anything out of. And so I was 100% blind, they said, other than being able to tell a little light with that eye. Well, Mama and Daddy didn't accept that, and they carried me up in front of the Vesta Pentecostal Holiness Church when Roger Robertson was preaching up there. He was our pastor at the time. And that church prayed for me, and they prayed and they prayed, and Mama and Daddy didn't give up, and they kept praying. About 2 weeks later, when I went back for my follow-up with that doctor, I could see a little shape in that eye. I began to make out shapes with it. He said, beyond all understanding, he didn't know what was going on. He scheduled me an appointment for 2 more weeks. And in that 2 weeks, Mom and Daddy kept praying. At the time, Dad was actually pastoring a church on Mayo Court. And our home church had been up at Vesta. But actually, I think during the time, we had went up to Vesta to get them to pray for me. But Dad and Mom was living on Mayo Court because that's where I got hurt at. And anyway, so they had the whole church praying for me down at Dad's church. And they had Roger and them praying for me up on the mountain. So in 2 more weeks, when I went back to that doctor, I could begin to see through that eye a little bit. It was just a little bit fuzzy. Doctor told Mom and Daddy he didn't have no idea what was going on. And my mama told him it was the power of prayer. And that doctor, he, for lack of better words, would have said had to agree with her, because he didn't have no medical explanation for why my eye was healing. He said it was beyond repair. In 2 more weeks, when I went back, I could begin to see pretty good out of my eye, and they didn't even never make me come back. I think they scheduled me an appointment for 6 months, and I'm pretty sure I didn't ever even go to that appointment. And today, I want to tell you, I can see out of this eye. I've been seeing all my life. I'm a pretty good shot, and those who know me can tell you that I'm a fair shot with a rifle or a pistol. And I shoot with that eye. That's my shooting eye. So here I am sitting here with a miracle eye. That I believe that the Lord had plans for me. I believe that he had better plans for me, and that he knew I was going to need that eye. I'm just so excited to sit here and praise God and give him praise for all the blessings in my life. But if nothing else, I'm a miracle sitting here in front of you, because God healed that eye. When the doctor told Mom and Daddy there wasn't no way, they couldn't explain it. Told Mama, Mama told us that's the power of prayer. He said he didn't have no other choice but to agree, because he couldn't make a medical explanation. I remember sitting there, and as I was young, I didn't really realize what was going on. But I remember thinking after that, they prayed for me and it healed me. And I know even as a kid that was just a blessing to me, because it boosted my faith so much in God. And so that was just maybe a trial that we had to go through, that maybe even Mom and Dad faced with me a little bit too. I'm sure they was worried, but the power of prayer can heal, guys. The power of prayer can heal. And not only have I seen it, not only have I preached it, but I have experienced it. And that's not the only time. And I'm going to be making several videos through the next couple of days, just telling you guys about some of my experiences. And here coming up before long, I'm going to have her to record it, and I'm going to give a full-on message of my testimony. my full testimony from time I was 15 or 16 when I really started going wild till now, till the Lord brought me back and made a minister out of me. So y'all just stay tuned for that too. Hey guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. We serve a healing God, and He wants to show up on the scene. He loves you, and we're rooting for you, and I'm praying for you. If you need me, I'm only a phone call away.